I talk to visionaries that are faced with the same thing that I'm talking to you about right now. They're trying to advance the next level, but they don't know how to do it. And I've been studying this problem for many years, and I'm here to help you solve your problem. That reminds me, just in case we haven't met before, I am Dr. Tommy Nash. Hello. And where do I come in? What do I do? Well, today I'm a professional speaker and an author and a leadership consultant. So what does that mean to you? Well, I help ambitious individuals, organizations, businesses acquire and implement leadership practices to lead progress, to improve work culture and drive productivity. Formerly, I was a 25-year career naval officer in charge of training men and women to execute high-level procedures, just like I'm pretty much the way I'm doing, would do with you in my course, and that's the way I do with my clients today. By way of introduction, I am Mississippi born and raised, and from Duck Hill, Mississippi. It's a really small town, and we have really deep family values down south. I'm a United States Naval officer retired. I'm a world traveler, ship driver, and I shot ballistic missile shooters. I shot ballistic missiles for a living, and the Navy tried for 25 years to get rid of my Mississippi accent, but some people tell me they were not very successful. And if you want to hear some down south stories or some Navy stories, that will cost you a little bit extra. I was a government contractor from 2006 to 2009, and a federal government employee from 2009 until the present. As I mentioned before, I'm the owner of KOGA, Child of God Always, a nation's #1 leadership development and instructor. I'm an author, Leading Edges, leading from the front, back, sides, and top to bottom. Co-author of an anthology, Step into Leadership Greatness, because leadership isn't just a title. And by the way, that one is an international bestseller. So as I alluded to, I have over 25 years in U.S. Naval Officer leadership experience, and I also have 15 years of private industry and federal government experience. So with those 40 years of experience, I've seen the good and I've seen the bad of leadership practices. And just think about that. I have over 40 years of leadership to offer you. My mission, help clients identify their goals, develop plans to achieve them. Some of my services that I offer, professional speaker, online course, and leadership training consultant, and I'll let you read the rest, but that's just while you're doing that, I will let you know. I am available, I am ready, and I am willing to support. Now, let's get back to you, because that's the main reason we're here anyway. The first reason that you say you're here, that you're here working on yourself, on your intent. The second reason, and determining leadership influence. Well, today's discussion is just what you need, because it's going to talk about leadership intelligence and how it creates that leadership champions that you want to be. And I know it will help you because it's a 9-week course, 9-module, 9-week course. And this is where the lessons come in, because many organizations experience like organizational leadership. I've seen it inside the military and out. And one of the bad things about it is because of not effective leadership and communication and some bad leadership ethics. We will cover some of those. And while you're here, I keep saying this, but I assist my clients through guidance, mentorship, instruction, and we work together. Yes, we work together to propel the clients' lives and their careers to the next level, because that's what they want. They want to get to that next level. And I know that's what you want too. So some of the things we're going to talk about, and these where the lessons come in, become the difference. Now let's get to the point here. You don't want to be a manager forever, do you? You want to be a leader, right? The whole point of having your name on the door isn't that it's not to say I did it, but it is to say I led a group of people toward a common goal, and we totally crushed it. You want to be a leader because it means that you are invested in the production of your team, the organization, okay? And you believe in the visions and the abilities of that organization and the capabilities of all of them. So you're going to lead your people with all of this in mind, all right? So you import that knowledge and you import your skills, using your skills to lead them to a common goal. Pain points. Let's talk about pain points for a minute, because, you know, I alluded to in the beginning that that leaders don't know how to get that skill. That's a pain point. If they don't know how to acquire the skills to get to the next level, that is a pain point. And while no two organizations are the same, many of them have similar pain points. And that's what I'm here to do, get rid of those pain points. From the pain points I'm talking about, from point A to point Z. Not point A to point B, but point A to point Z. And guess what? The number one reason why people leave their job is one of the pain points here, bad leadership. The effects of bad leadership sometimes may be underestimated, but it has a devastating impact. The next one, organizational leadership progression. It should be scaled to the growth. If it's a small one, you scale it there. If it's large, you scale it there. Scale it accordingly. Clearly defined expectation. Clearly defined expectation means if you cannot define the expectations of the organization to your employees, they won't know what the expectations are. How are they going to strive to meet those expectations if they don't know? You have to know what they are and define them. For communication, well, I will tell you this. I am a pro communication and expert because I will tell you, I believe strongly that communication is vital at every stage of leadership. I don't care where you are and who you are. And if we're talking more about communication as we go along. Meaningful connection, people are looking to connect at the workplace because there's a lot of things going on. And they may not find that connection at home, but when they go to work, they want to find that connection. If it's not there, there's a pain point. Burnout, stress, and anxiety. What's happening today? Look around. What is happening in the world right now? The pandemic. It adds stress, anxiety. Even if it's not the pandemic, overworkload, overloaded work can also cause that anxiety, cause stress. So removing their pain points, that my online course will teach you how to reduce those pain points to a acceptable level or remove them altogether. Okay, course modules. What are you getting? Leadership Intelligence creates leadership champions. It's a 9-module or a 9-week immensely informative online course. What's the first one here? What is effective leadership? The sequence of effective leadership. And I say here, what exactly is a leader? What is it? What's your definition of a leader? Is she just a good quality manager? No. Or what's the definition? Because once you think about it here, leadership is not an official title. It's a set of behaviors. It's an attitude. What makes everyone want to come and work for you? Do they flock to you for your leadership styles, your leadership gifts, your talents? Do they? We'll teach you how to do it. Module 2, becoming a true leader, unlocking a true leader in yourself here. You want to be more than just a manager, okay? And I keep saying this, but don't get me wrong. I don't think managers are bad, but let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard anybody say the manager of the free world or the leader of the free world? You want to become a leader. Come on, let's talk about that. You want to inspire your employees, influence them, motivate them to be their very best. Module 3, reflective leadership, because you need to be a leader of one. You need to be a leader of yourself before becoming a leader of many. Do the right thing. You remember that movie Spike Lee many, many years ago? I'm dating myself, but he had a point. You do the right thing, but you do the right thing even when no one is around, because that's when it's most important, because you set the mindset to do the right thing. And besides that, you need to self-reflect. You need to remove the plank from your own eye before removing the splinter from someone else's eye. Think about that for a minute. Module 4, discovering your leadership style. Introduction to the different styles of leadership. You need to realize what kind of style or leadership that you possess. You need to decide which one you should keep, adapt, or abandon. You don't need to keep all of them. Think about it. Some cookie cutters are not right for everybody. Module 5, communication controls the culture. And I have said this once, I will say it again. It is critical, critical, critical at all phases of leadership. And you have to continue that communication throughout. You can't start and then stop and start. It's a continuous effort. You must do it, and we will show you how and teach you how. Module 6, the art of conflict management through effective leadership. You know, a lot of people think conflict within the office or environment is not good. However, I beg to differ. Leadership and conflict management are part of the day-to-day process. However, if it continues, that's when it's bad. They may create opportunities for productivity, but they can cause adverse environments if not handled correctly. My course, my online course, we talk about that, teach you how to handle it. Module 7, building a culture that you love. It's usual for employees to have low motivation, but if this problem continues, then your colleagues or your coworkers or your employees, they be constantly demotivated. Is that what you want? No, you want a motivated team. You want a motivated team. However, if they are demotivated, we got to fix for that, and we'll talk about it. Blueprint for empowerment is module 8, obtain outcomes to establish effective productivity. Why? Because you want to involve other individuals. You want to get them engaged, but what you don't want to do, you don't want to be a micromanager. Everybody have had one, I know. You don't want to be one of those, okay? Building the ultimate team. That's module 9. Remember, I alluded to a few minutes ago about if your team is demotivated, that's how you can do it. You can build your ultimate team, you're modifying a group of individuals that contribute into a cohesive team. It strengthens the relationships between the members of the group. And what you get out of that, you get power teams. So why my course, Dr. Nash? Tommy, why is my course so better than anybody else? I have about 50 reasons, but I'm not going to give you all of them today. I'll tell you about some right now. You learn how to stop managing and start leading. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. And because if you stop managing, start leading, a lot of the other things, they're going to fall in place anyway. You lead innovation, you change and talent development. And you remember, it's not all about the leaders. Oh, what? Really? No way. Yes way. It's not about the leaders. Because an effective leader, a true leader, will already know. It's not always about the true leader. It's not always about the leader. It is about the employees. You need to know the difference, but better yet, you need to be the difference. And my course will boost interpersonal skills. It's just so much advantages, so many advantages in here. And some more benefits. Leaders' competence to function effectively, and it gives you a competitive edge over your peers. Once you have this course under your belt, I guarantee you that you will be much better. You'll be a better leader all the way around. And I will tell you that it's not just for workplace. It's for the home, community, self-reflection, because if you're a better leader in the community, you will recognize when you take those skills and take them home and in the community, you'll see so much. People will recognize you for your effort. Builds trust. We'll talk about this trust because it's not just about you trusting them. It's about them trusting each other and them trusting you, the leader. It's about all of that. Comfort zones. You need to pace yourself. It's a 9-week course, but if there's nobody breathing down your neck saying, hey, you got to do this, do that. It's not a test in there. No tests are involved. So you pace yourself, but by the way, you can't go to the next one until you finish the first one. Break down barriers of being in the classroom. Not in the classroom where you may be falling asleep. If you need to take a break, take a break. You need to go somewhere else, go, take it. Do it as you please. But one thing that may be more eye-catching and it cost-effective because the leaders of organizations, they see this and say, well, you know what? It's flexible, it's convenient, and yes, it is cost-effective. That's what they're looking for. And some of the other benefits, I have giveaways, I have warranties. So for example, a free weekly, once per week, one-on-one call discussion with me while you enroll in the course. Money back guarantee. if you're not completely satisfied at the end of this course. But I know you will be. I know it. I already know. So something to think about. Let's talk about a few more things. Remember, I told you you're going to get some lessons out of this. You're getting 2 for 1, maybe even 3 for 1. But let's talk about the effective leadership traits and characteristics. Something for you to think about while I'm talking about it. Some characteristics and traits of leaders. Integrity, communication we've talked about, influence, the buy-in. You know, one thing that a lot of leaders may not recognize is the empathy and compassion. Yes, you need to be empathetic. You need to have compassion as well. So given the above, what do you think an effective leader is? An effective leader has a passion for a cause that is larger than they are. You know why? Because it's not about them. It's not about the leader. They have a vision that will better others. And it's much more than having a title at the beginning or end of your name or having your name on the door. Because let's think about this for a minute. Many of the best leaders in the world didn't even have a title. They did it anyway. Leaders may have specialized training, but we need to realize they started somewhere. So, and when I say that, that means they need the support. Don't talk about it. Be about it. If you're going to talk about it, do it. Walk the walk, talk the talk. You need to have an open door policy for your employees. Let them know you are a resource for them to draw on. You know, we've all had bad leaders. We know they go in the door, close the door, and don't want to talk, but don't be that. Don't be like them. Let them know they can come to you when they need you. Become a leader. Guess what? Many leaders don't really lead. They think they do. Yeah, they really do. But in reality, they follow the path that was put before them, and that's what they do. So when they're doing that, what do you think is happening? Well, they're little more than overpaid followers. That's what they are, because they're replicating what they've seen. You don't want to be like that. You want to be in the forefront. You want to be that leader, and I'm going to show you how. If leaders are leading a team or organization that does not add value, guess what? It is time to pivot. Time to change course. You don't need to stay the course. Let me ask you, if you continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect change, what is that? That's the definition. Oh yes, you know what it is. It's the definition of insanity. The work of a true leader adds something to the world they work in. That leader creates value. They don't just make money. They don't just go in there to make money. That's what it's not all about that. They provide the people with what they want that they wouldn't otherwise get. You can remove those pain points as a leader. Remember I talked about that, those pain points from A to B, but you may want to, if you can't go from A to Z all the time, yes, you may have to start A to B, but I'm here to tell you today that I remove those pain points from A to Z because I don't stop along the way. Okay, we do them methodically. True leaders drive towards something new that's currently missing. No, we said that. Even if their goal is unproven at first, the leader keeps moving along. He doesn't give up. She doesn't give up. They keep moving. And that's what the thing, they have that drive, they have that integrity, determination, and focus. That's what is needed. Many leaders fall back on generic solutions. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I will tell you this, that mindset only works. Okay, if it's what is currently being done is suitable for a specific situation. That's the only way it's going to work. True leadership is specific, substantial, and set its own course. A true leader understands his or her organization. And in doing that understanding, what it involves is spending time listening and thinking. Okay, you have to listen, you have to think. And when I say listen for understanding. Ensure each move stands a good chance of success. That's what you're thinking. You don't want to have your lofty goals. You don't want to run around telling everybody, hey, you know, I can do this, do that. You want to have goals that are attainable, okay? Mentorship and employee development. Teach your employees to fish. Yes, and I'm not talking about a fishing pole, but that's good, okay too, if you want to do that. You got to be willing to let your employees fail, since we all learn through our mistakes. Most of us do, I should say, more than success. Bravo Zulu is a military, specifically, it's a Navy term, meaning great job. And I bring this up because I want to say Bravo Zulu versus all shucks. It only takes one all shucks to erase 10 Bravo Zulus. It takes one all shucks to erase 10 great jobs. That's not a fair equation, is it? No. So the bottom line here, where management stops and leadership starts. Management controls the day-to-day operations, focuses on deadlines, solves immediate problems. Leadership, on the other hand, envisions a new future, creates a pathway forward, solves problems. Oh, Dr. Tommy, what do you mean? You just told me that management solves problems. Well, management does solve problems, but management solves immediate problems, whereas leadership not only solves immediate problems, but future issues as well. That's the difference. And leadership inspires a change. So what kind of mindset do you need? Well, I will tell you. It's LEAD, L-E-A-D, listen, engage, advise, and demonstrate. And these are the exact things, approach. This is the exact approach when I compile and get all the information for my online course, I use this kind of method. But why? Because listen, you let them hear you, let them voice their concern in its entirety. Don't interrupt, but you can ask questions at the end to let them know that you were listening. Engage, repeat what you heard, so let them know, so you let them know you understood it. Advise, if necessary, you have to be honest now. You got to be honest about all of it. Let them know about your ability or inability to comment on what they're talking about. If you cannot comment on it, let them know so you can get someone there that does understand. Demonstrate. Only thing I say about that is action speaks louder than words. Enough said. Don't get stuck in management. Now that you know what you're striving to achieve, don't do what a lot of leaders do. They work diligently to get to a position of leadership based on the great ethics and work ethics. But guess what? They get there, they let it all slip away by becoming managers again. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got to be careful. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to teach you how to go along and don't revert back. Be an example. Actually, I like to say, be the example. Let employees see your work. Don't just go into your office and close the door and then talk to them through email or intercom. No, get out, get about, engage. I say again, get out, get about, and engage with your employees. Share your goals, share the goals of the organization, share the goals of the division or department, and let them know how things are going. Once they hear that, they'd be more willing to come to you and say, hey, you know what? I have an idea, or I think this will work. Okay? Be the coach. One of the things that great coaches do, they find the strength of their athletes. They put them in the best position to win, or the best position to shine. Leaders must evaluate their employees and do the same thing. You need to coach them to develop their strength. So what you want to do is get them on the court, get them out of the stand, get them out of the stands, get them on the court. You earn their trust that way, but you also giving them every opportunity to shine in the workplace and praise them when they do well. Motivating teams, healthy office environment. But this is what comes out of motivating teams. Significant impact on productivity, positive feedback, feel more valuable when employees feel so much valuable when they learn new skills. That's why you have to challenge them. Challenge them with new work assignments. For example, a job that normally takes an hour, only give them 30 minutes and see what happens. Opportunity for development, yes, more opportunity to shine. Power of positive praise is overlooked. I can't say that enough, but I will say praise publicly criticize privately. Money. Is this a true motivational tool? I will tell you this. I have done a lot of study on this one, and I was surprised at the results. And the thing is, it came up almost 50-50 that some people thought that it was a motivation tool, and some really thought that it was just about the money, but some really wanted to go to work. They liked what they did. I was surprised. Show employees that they're trusted. So trust is often talked about as being the bedrock of a company's success, but they talk about it in terms of customer service. That's not what you want to do here. You want to, I mean, I'm not saying take it away entirely, but what I'm saying is what you want to do. That trust needs to be between your employees and that they believe in each other. Not necessarily, and also as a leader too. They need to believe in you, okay? But they also need to believe in each other, because that's going to increase camaraderie and it's going to increase your productivity. Building collaborative culture. That's just what I was just talking about. Invest in technology that brings teams together. You know, since this pandemic, I think a lot of things have been exposed, including technology. So you have to work on it to ensure that it works. Make collaboration a priority. Same goals. You cannot have different goals for your team members. You have to strive and try to achieve the same goals, okay? Help team members build bonds. Do not create confusion. If you allow confusion within your ranks, you will have problems. You will lose productivity, and you will lose that cohesiveness that I was talking about a few minutes ago. Make room for remote team members. Okay, pandemic. Most of us, since the pandemic started, a lot of us have been working remotely or from home. But you know, just because you work from home, that all this collaboration, it does not have to stop. And it should not have stopped. I'll put it that way. Because you have to check on your employees. I tell you, frequent feedback is okay, that's great. But let's combine the frequent feedback with the remote members. What I'm talking about, you communicate with them. You could do it by an individual email or a phone call. It doesn't always have to be a team, a group email. Do it individual so they know that you care, you're thinking about them, you're singling them out. That's what it's all about. They need to feel wanted, because this pandemic has taken a toll on a lot of people. And it's all about that. It's all about your employees. I will tell you why. Because the Navy taught me a long time ago that while the Navy has a mission, the mission cannot be completed without the people. And it's the same thing for organizations. Organization has a mission. Guess what? They can't complete it without the people. Leadership is not easy. I hope no one ever said it was. Leading isn't easy, but it can have benefits that improve leader lives and the lives of employees. Leaders can also have better workplace morale, higher staff retention, better productivity, but the overall thing here is creating a more satisfying job. That's what it's all about. Your employees are happy to come to work, and if they're teleworking or working from home, they're happy to do it there, okay? They're just happy to work for you leaders, yes. Now, leadership intelligence creates leadership champions. I told you you're going to get some learning today. You're going to get the lesson. You did. But now that you've heard what this highly significant course and online course is all about, don't hesitate to sign up. Come on, be with me. Be the best that you can be. And you can do so right here on this online course. And that's the location of it. But you'll get a chance to see it again. But I just want to bring that to your mind. So if you order within the next 5 days, 15% reduced price, $69.70 would be the 15% reduced price, regular price at $8,200. But don't be dissuaded, because it's worth every single penny. Every penny is worth. Corporations, minimum 5 students. Be mindful. This is a drip process, so you can't skip. You cannot skip course and think you can get ahead. It doesn't work that way. You have to finish one, then go to the next one. Again, a normal process, and not for a 9-module course like this, it's 9 weeks. But I will tell you, I'm going back up to the price here. And I'm not going to try to sit here and persuade you or tell you that, hey, mine is less than this course over here. I will tell you that mine is better than theirs, much better than theirs. Again, free, one call, weekly, 1 hour, call discussion while enrolled in the course. If not enrolled in the course, one-on-one call is $750 for 1 hour. So I want to tell you, challenge yourself and enroll today. Choose the path that works for you. Join the next level of leaders. That's what this is all about. This entire online course is preparing you for the next level. This entire course is preparing you for you so you can have better lives. It's preparing you that you can have better employees. Okay? Everybody benefits. Everybody. The process, you contact me to advise me of your interest. We'll schedule a discovery or discussion. Then you check your email for a message from me. And then we will have that discovery or discussion. Then you will enroll and be prepared to learn great things that will better your life, everybody's lives around you, your family, and your communities. And I ask you to pay it forward. Share this with colleagues and friends. That's what it's all about. Don't keep a secret. Don't be the senior person with a secret. Share this information because it's great stuff. And I say here, I said, thank you for your time. Your lives will be better. The benefits, I talked about them. And I will guarantee you won't find anybody out there with the kind of benefits, because I didn't even tell you half of them. I could have kept going, but I didn't want to brag too much, but I could have kept going about the benefits. Who benefits from this course? Organizations, communities, aspiring leaders, individuals, family. It's not just for the workplace. Everyone benefits, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm here to help everyone. And why do I want to help everyone? I'll tell you why. Because I genuinely like helping people. I like what I do, and I like helping people. Okay, and I would go back and say it's not all about the money, because it's not. But I like helping people. Again, you were here by purpose, not by circumstance. Let us work together and ensure immediate improvement in your lives, the people's lives around you, the people that work for you, because it's very, very important. This is much too important to pass up, because I know you want to do the right thing. I know you want to be a great leader. And if you're a good leader now, I can help you be a better leader. Koga leads. What? We lead the way. Here's my contact information. I am still Dr. Tommy Nash. Here's my LinkedIn information, my email, my Facebook, and online course. Again, this is where you can find it. Leadership Intelligence Creates Leadership Champions. You can find it right here on Thinkific. You go in and you type my name in there, it should pop up for you. My website, my business is Koga, the nation's #1 leadership instructor. And again, my book, The Leading Edges, the front, leader from the front, back, sides, and top to bottom. The book patch in the Amazon, that's where they can be found. And I am a co-author in an anthology of Step into Leadership Greatness, international bestseller. And this is my website here at the bottom. And I just want to say, do not pass up the opportunity of a lifetime here, because I know what I know what's in the course, and I know what it can give you. I know the benefits that you can reap from it, and I know that you will be satisfied. So don't tarry, come on, get on the board, and let's do this together. I want to thank you, because I know you're going to do the right thing. Thank you for being here.